Good morning, my dear students. Today we are continuing with our geography chapter, chapter 2, the physical features of India. Students, in our previous lecture, we all were studied about the northern plains. Now, today I will explain you about the Peninsular Plateau. Now, what is peninsula? A body or a piece of land enclosed on three sides by water, jutting out from a larger body of land. The location of Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau lies to the south of the northern plains of India. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land. Hence, it is a part of the oldest landmass. It is a tableland made up of the old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. The Peninsular Plateau is flanked by Aravallis on the northwest, the Western Ghats in the west, and the dissected Eastern Ghats in the east. This plateau range is an elevation from 100 meters in the northern side to 1000 meters of the south. Many rift valleys such as Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi, Godavari and Damodar have been formed due to the faulting and vertical movements. Now, this plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. Now, the northern part of the peninsula, north of the Vindhya, is known as Central Highlands. The part of the Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of the Narmada or Vindhya range, covering a major area of the Malwa Plateau, is known as Central Highland. The Central Highlands are bounded by Aravalli Range on the northwest, Ganga Plains on the north, and Vindhya Range on the south. The Central Highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. The flow of the rivers draining this region, namely the Chambal, the Sindh, the Betwa and the Kain, is from southwest to northeast, thus indicating the slope. The eastward extension of this plateau are locally known as Bundelkhand and Pagalkhand. Now the Bundelkhand. The Bundelkhand located to the east of the Malwa Plateau or Central Highlands. The Bundelkhand is spread over southern Uttar Pradesh and northern Madhya Pradesh. Total geographical area is around 70,000 square kilometer. Now the Bagalkhand. The Bagalkhand located to the east of the Bundelkhand Plateau. The Bagalkhand is a region of central India in northeastern Madhya Pradesh and adjacent southern part of Uttar Pradesh. Now the Chota Nagpur Plateau. The Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension drained by Damodar River. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is a plateau in eastern India which covers much of Jharkhand state as well as adjacent part of Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar and Chhattisgarh. The Indo-Gangetic Plain lies to the north and east of the plateau, and the basin of the Mahanadi River lies to the south. The total area is approximately 65,000 square kilometers. Its height ranges from 1100 meter to 300 meter. Some important rivers flow in the Chota Nagpur Plateau are Damodar, Son, Bokaro, Subarnarekha, Kanchi, Gaya, Koel, Karo, Raru, Lilijan, Shank, etc. Now the Deccan Plateau. The southern part of the peninsula, south of the Vindhyas, is known as the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of River Narmada. The Satpura range flanks its broad base in the north, while the Mahadev, the Kamur Hill and the Michael range form its eastern extension. The Deccan Plateau is a large triangular part of India covering up majority of southern part of the country. It rises 100 meters high in the north rising further to more than a kilometer high. The Deccan Plateau is made up of the basalt and granite rocks, having a region of highlands with typical vast stretches of flat areas on the top like a table, known as table top. Most Deccan Plateau rivers flow from west to east, emptying their water into the Bay of Bengal, indicating the slope of the region. Now, the Western Ghats. The Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat mark the western and eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau respectively. The Western Ghats lie parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through passes only. Now, the Western Ghats start near the border of Gujarat and Maharashtra, south of the river Tapti, and runs through the states of Maharashtra, Goa, and Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, ending at Kanyakumari at the southern tip of India. Total length approximately 1600 km, an average elevation 1200 meter. Now, they are continuous and higher than the Eastern Ghat. The height of the Western Ghat increases from north to south. The highest peak include the Anaimudi and the Doda Beta in the Western Ghats. Now, the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats are the eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. They lie parallel to the eastern coast. The Eastern Ghats run from the West Bengal state in the north through Odisha and Andhra Pradesh to Tamil Nadu in the south. An average elevation is 600 meter. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular and dissected by river Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna, Kaveri, draining into the Bay of Bengal. Now, the Eastern Ghats are older than the Western Ghats. Now, Palkonda Hills, Javdi Hills, Shivori Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. Mahendragiri is the highest peak in the Eastern Ghats. Now, the northeast extension of plateau. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as Meghalaya, Karbi Anglong Plateau, and North Chachar Hills. It is separated by a fault from the Chota Nagpur Plateau. The three prominent hill ranges from the west to east are the Garo, the Kasi, and the Janithia Hills. Now, one of the distinct features of the Peninsular Plateau is the black soil, are known as Deccan Trap. This is a volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. Actually, these rocks have degenerated over a time and are responsible for the formation of black soil. The Peninsular Plateau is rich in valuable minerals such as manganese, iron, mica, coal, bauxite, gold, and copper. Thank you, students.